Hello everyone, welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Now, Timo Werner publicly snubs Bayern Munich for Liverpool. Yes! Incredible. We didn't want you anyways, and that's what we fans like to say. But let me get this straight. I mean, we snubbed Timo Werner too. In a way, we snubbed him because he wanted to come to us, and Hassan Salamander, our director of football, came out and said it's not happening, basically denied everything. So if Timo Werner snubs us, and there's a lot of fans going, why would Timo Werner snub us? Why would we didn't want him anyways? Well, yeah, he wanted us. We didn't want him. Now he doesn't want us. There's absolutely no problem with that. And another source this morning has come out and said Liverpool have pulled out their interest in Werner and will go into next season with the same squad. So is Werner really going to go to Liverpool? Is he going to actually end up somewhere else? That's the question I want to answer. But let me just pull this graphic out because everyone loves these. Timo Werner, he's 24 years old. I mean, if you're buying Werner, you're buying 7 years, You're buying even 8 years at the top level. The guy is, a beast at the moment, and he could really be a long-term option. He has his strengths. He's a finisher, and that's Timo Werner for you. But if you're telling me that time to Liverpool, then well, that's one thing I wanted to talk about. According to a few sources, Liverpool have pulled their interest and don't want to sign Werner. And if that's a negotiation tactic where they want to not seem desperate for Timo Werner, then I guess it makes sense. But a few sources are literally saying Werner isn't. I mean, Liverpool have pulled their interest out. So I don't know where Timo Werner is going to go. And Ralf Rangnick, Timo Werner's old coach, or the old coach at RB Leipzig, has said that Timo Werner should stay at Leipzig and just stay under Julian Nagelsmann. I think Werner's going to stay. I know it sounds weird, but I feel like he's going to extend his contract and stay. I feel like eventually he'll be like, damn, no one wants me to Werner, I don't like this twerking for clubs mentality. After the Leipzig game, he literally came out to the British media and said, oh, Liverpool's the best club in the world, just to appease them. And that's the stuff that no one respects from Timo Werner. So for me, Werner sometimes, he acts a little bit like a beta. When I say beta, he acts like a child, He just wants every single toy. He wants to go to Bayern. Next day, he wants to go to Juventus. Like, he'll start twerking for every single club. And that's not something you're looking for in a player like Werner. He's a good player, man. He's Germany's starting striker. Germany's starting striker shouldn't be going around twerking for Liverpool. He's not Miley Cyrus. He shouldn't be doing that. He shouldn't be twerking for us either. I think Chelsea would get him first, then Liverpool. No, Leipzig to Chelsea would be the stupidest downgrade in the world. First of all, Julian Nagelsmann is already like one of the best managers in the Bundesliga, because legit, he's taken his team and Hoffenheim. He's done some real work in the Bundesliga. So Julian Nagelsmann is a great coach. Why would Timo Werner go to Chelsea under Frank Lampard? Just doesn't make any sense to me. He speaks out because Bayern are not interested in him, because Leroy Sané is a priority. That's what I'm saying. We the fans, we like to think that, wow, every player should want to join us. And Timo Werner did want to join us. He made that pretty clear. He made it pretty clear he wanted to join us. And then we didn't want him. And all of a sudden, we're all mad that he said he didn't want to join us. What's the one? It's a double standard. If you say you don't want someone, and then they always wanted you, that's like me rejecting a girl that liked me, right? This girl liked me, and I rejected her. And then what? She, after a few days or a few months or a few weeks, she comes out and says, you know what? I no longer like you, and I'm fine if you don't want to date me. And I get mad. He rejected Bayern media to save face because he knows the German media will eat it up. And we have. We the fans as well. We've eaten it up. Feel bad for Coutinho. He has to go to Chelsea next summer for a loan in his career. And then, wait, why is he going to Chelsea? I mean, I wouldn't. Oh, that's crazy. That's tough for him. I feel really bad, Coutinho is a player that's, I feel bad. Maybe he'll go back to the EPL and do better. But for me, I'm just saying, what we've done to Werner, he's done it. He's done it to us. Werner is doing what we did to him. There's no difference here. And going to Liverpool, though, I don't know if you will. I'm genuinely saying that out of like my heart and my brain. Nothing in here is telling me Werner's gonna end up at Liverpool, because I keep thinking Liverpool don't have a single spot in their starting 11 unless they sell someone, right? Unless they sell someone, unless they buy a player that's better than what they have now, I don't think Liverpool need Werner. I don't think Chelsea might need him, but is it an upgrade to Leipzig? If he goes to Juventus, that would be the stupidest decision in his career, because Juventus are not an upgrade to Leipzig. Yes, in terms of your brand, you get to, you also get to play with world-known players, but you're at Leipzig, you're pretty much playing with world-class players. You have everything. You have a world-class coach, a world-class structure. They'll keep improving. And if Werner stays at Leipzig, they'll win stuff. While Leipzig will win something. It's only a matter of time before Leipzig, do something extra and just stay consistent in the Bundesliga and end up winning it. It's only a matter of time. Werner even took English classes for EPL. I mean, most Germans know English, so look what they did to exactly. What if Werner ends up at going to Juventus? I feel like he's gonna flop. I feel like the system isn't gonna fit him. He's not gonna like it. Julian Nagelsmann's system works for him, and Nagelsmann has Leipzig, contending for the Champions League right now. As much as people don't see it, I see Leipzig going to the semifinals and getting knocked out by. You know what? I actually even see Leipzig in the final if they play their cards right. Leipzig were such a structured side that they could end up getting themselves to a Champions League final. I'm being honest. Leipzig would beat Man City. I'm being real. Look how they absolutely dismantle Tottenham. He's at Leipzig and he can become Leipzig's first. He really can though. If I feel like Leipzig are gonna win something, man. Whether it's I don't know, man. They're going to win something. It might be a DFB Pokal. I think it might be a Bundesliga. But Leipzig will eventually win something. And if Werner stays, he's going to be a club legend for Leipzig because they don't have many. He can be a club legend. But I'm just saying, why would he go to Juventus? That's a downgrade from Leipzig. Juventus in terms of size of club and everything is an upgrade. But in terms of structure right now, manager, I don't think Juventus is better than Leipzig in terms of all those things. Juventus is a bigger club in terms of fans and also the recognizability. Not many people would know of Leipzig, but for me, I think Werner should just stay. What if Newcastle wants Timo? Come on now. Seriously, Timo Werner, man, I feel bad for the guy. We didn't want him, and anyone joining, my opinion on this is we did the same thing to Werner. We snubbed him. And he's now snubbing us, and we're somehow, mad that he's snubbing us, despite the fact that we did it to him first. So I just think that Werner, snubbing us isn't something we should all be. Oh no, he snubbed us. Timo Werner snubbed us. Well, we snubbed him. We snubbed Werner first, so he deserves to do this. I don't care. He can do it publicly. We don't need Werner. We have Lewandowski. Yeah, he would be on the bench. Exactly. We do. But when our fans are going, why would he say that in public? Why go to Liverpool, you bum? I hope you flop. For at the end of the day, if Werner does well, it's only good for German football, and the majority of fans that are going at Werner are all Bayern fans, and most Bayern fans that are very active on Twitter happen to be from Germany, and Werner is a German international. It's the same situation with Toni Kroos in a way, where he just we sell him. Well, Werner isn't our player, but you sell him to another league. He goes and does well. I don't see Werner, though, going to Barcelona or Real Madrid. I genuinely want him to stay at Leipzig, and I think it's best for his career because the system at Leipzig works so well for him. I don't know where he would do anywhere else. He's going to get playtime when Mane and Salah goes to the African Cup of Nations. And when they return, that's not even happening. I think they've already postponed that, haven't they? But at the same time, do you really think that's the reason why Werner would choose to go to Liverpool? He would want to start every single game. Would having one start in a few starts, because it's not even that long, a few starts in like a month or so, is that going to make him want to stay at Liverpool? I don't think so, man. We think Werner is going to stay on the bench somewhere. He's not. Even here at Bayern, Werner wouldn't want to stay on the bench. I think Timo Werner is a brilliant player. I genuinely do. He lacks that little bit of extra quality in front of goal that Lewandowski has. He doesn't have the composure. You can see how he even takes penalties. He smashes it instead of just placing it, I think Werner, Liverpool fans are saying they're going to play Firmino a cam. That's not happening. Firmino is not a cam. Firmino is a striker who likes to drop into the space to create space for Salah and Mane. Werner is a complete striker who wants to score goals. That would take away not only from the goal scoring of Mane and Salah, but it would take away from what Firmino is about, and put him at cam is not going to work. People just like to fantasize, but it doesn't work. Liverpool's system right now works because they have a 3 in the midfield, a 4-3-3, with Fabinho as a holder, Henderson and Wijnaldum as the dynamic box-to-box midfielders who are willing to press and run around for 90 minutes straight. It works because of that. And when you just take it, Liverpool is going to fall. It's the same thing. You know, when you just take a few players out of a side, they falter. You know, I don't think Werner going to Liverpool is going to suit his career. He should just stay at Leipzig. Leipzig will win a few trophies. It's a guarantee. Leipzig will eventually start winning. They'll win the league once, and it wouldn't even be bad. I genuinely think if Leipzig won the league, it would be good for the league, because it would mean that Dortmund, us, and every other team has to be forced to strengthen. I don't know. It'd be a good thing. Werner's a liar. He says he's not interested in Bayern because the club has never been very interested in him. That's true. But at the same time, not only we snubbed him, we snubbed Werner first. We said no, Timo Werner isn't coming here. We snubbed the guy first. He deserves to be snubbing us now. I don't care. Like you said before, we need depth. What if Robert Lewandowski gets injured? Zagzi can play there. So that's the depth. App can play there. Why would we buy App if we didn't see him as a backup? You know, yeah, Werner's too good for the bench. When I say depth, I mean depth in areas we need. Lewandowski never gets an injury. When I said depth, I meant our defense. Our defense is guaranteed to pick up 5 billion injuries per season. That's something that always happens. We always go at the beginning of the season, wow, we have all these players. And then we get lost. And then a few months or like a few weeks later, Lucas Hernandez is gone for 2 months. That's a defender. Alaba has a stomach bug. He's gone for a week. You know, Boateng breaks his back. He's gone for 3 weeks. It happens to us. Javi Martinez gets a hamstring injury. We get a lot of damn injuries, and people just don't see it when, you know, everyone's fit. When everyone's fit, we're all just like, yes, Lucas is going to play 20 games a season, and then he'll get injured 2 games in. It's just something we as fans would like to think, that players are going to stay fit, but they never do. Kingo, now to be honest, nobody talks about how he keeps talking to press. Imagine if anybody in our squad wants to leave and did that. That would be, you know, amazingly terrible for them, because first of all, I mean, Leipzig isn't as big of a club, so it's not like Leipzig fans are going to be mad because they have like 36,000 followers on their English Twitter account. That's terrible. You know, Leipzig aren't a big club when it comes to just, you know, that size. So Werner can talk because technically he would be a little bit bigger than the club, to be honest. But I think the club, you know, when Leipzig is going to gain a lot of fans, you're going to be surprised. When Leipzig win the Bundesliga, win the DFB Cup, and get to the Champions League semi-finals a few years in a row, people are going to be like, who's this RB Leipzig guy? You know, I hope they keep Nagelsmann. People are going to be like, who's this Leipzig guy? And then you're going to see a bunch of accounts, just Leipzig fan accounts, just pop out of nowhere. I think he won't go to... Liverpool, there's a source saying that Liverpool have pulled all their interest out of Werner and are planning to go into next season with the same squad that they have. I don't see how... I don't know, man. It just... You know, ever since Bill gave Liverpool a 65% chance of signing Werner, it's gone down. You know, the probability has gone down. So I don't trust that Bill is... that Werner is necessarily going to go to Liverpool. I think he might end up at Inter Milan, but then again, that's another downgrade. Do you think Sancho is going to United? Yes, I think so, because it looks like it's the only player Man United want. And I hope Dortmund priced them like 150 million and don't say no, because Sancho has 3 years or so left in his contract. If he ran it down, he would still be there for a long time. So, you know, Sancho, and he would get older, and he would still be playing for Dortmund. And, you know, he might even stay or extend his contract. I don't know. I think Dortmund should give United like 130 million. Sign him or don't sign him. Because, you know what? One thing I hate about Dortmund isn't like a rivalry thing. It's how they conduct their business. Selling your best players to Barcelona, to all these other clubs, Aubameyang, to Arsenal, is not a good business strategy. You might get a lot of money in the short term, but in the long run, man, it's not good for your club. You know, the fans, Dortmund fans are the most loyal fans they are, because they keep going to games knowing that the squad that they see, half of them are going to leave. Giovanni Reina, 17 years old, he's going to leave eventually. You know, Dembele was, exciting Dortmund fans, and now he left. So he will go to Liverpool and make his place there because he's above all an excellent player. I don't get it. Liverpool is one of the best teams in the world at the moment. Where does he fit into that? Where does he fit in with Salah, Mane, and Firmino? Where is he going to play? Why would Klopp switch his 4-3-3 that's been working and gotten him where he is with Liverpool, snapping up the EPL? Why would he switch it to a 4-2-3-1? Why would he do that? Liverpool want to play their 4-3-3. It looks like they will. They like their three midfielders. And I think they're looking at midfielders. Liverpool are linked with midfielders now. They're linked with Iowa from Lyon. They're linked with midfielders. They were linked with Fekir. It tells me that they're looking for midfielders right now, which means they're going to play their 4-3-3. They're going to play their 4-3-3, get some creativity. They bought Keita for that much money. I think Havertz will be better for Liverpool than Timo. I think so too, because if Liverpool want to play a 4-2-3-1, Firmino is not a cam. A cam, central attacking midfielder. What is a midfielder? Move, make passes, get assists. Firmino is not that. Yes, he has the cute tricks. He's not an attacking midfielder. He does not have the brain of an attacking midfielder. Because he will replace Firmino. Firmino's 28, man. You're not replacing Firmino with Timo Werner now. I think if you're going to replace Firmino, you buy someone like, someone with that's very good in that false nine type of position. Someone like a Lautaro Martinez, not a Timo Werner. Timo Werner is a goal-scoring striker who wants to get in front of the opposition, get in behind and score goals. I don't think Firmino and Werner are similar players. Ironically enough, they've both been coached by Nagelsmann, so Klopp might just be wanting Nagelsmann's old players. But my point is, Timo Werner going to Liverpool makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I need him to stay at Leipzig. If he goes to Juve, the same situation. He's going to be sitting on the bench, or he can't be sitting on the bench, man. Not only is he, a brilliant player now in the Bundesliga, he's literally one of the best. He's one of the best in Europe, or one of the best strikers in Europe. Werner's assist, he's literally trumped so many strikers, and he's ahead of them. Even Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo just scores, Ronaldo has more shots per game or something, but Werner trumps him passing-wise, and, even scoring, they're pretty close. I don't understand. Who's most likely to leave? Havertz will definitely leave. Actually, I see Havertz staying even for 2 more years. I genuinely do. Kai Havertz might actually even stay at Leverkusen. Timo Werner, I think Sancho is more likely to leave than both of those two. Sancho is going to definitely leave Dortmund. But, I think I'm just so concerned with this Liverpool transfer. I don't see how people don't see why Liverpool don't need Werner. He's going to sit on the bench, man. Do you really want one of Germany's best players and one of the best players in the Bundesliga now to be used as a bench player? Because he's not getting ahead of Mane or Salah. He's not. They're both wingers and he's not. Right? Werner isn't playing ahead of Firmino because Liverpool need that Firmino type player to drop into the hole. And Liverpool won't play a 4-2-3-1 because the 4-3-3 has been working for them all this time. Why would they change it up? I don't get it. Havertz will probably stay because nobody will pay what exactly. Who's gonna pay 120 million for Kai Havertz? I think he stays, gets a little bit older, serves Bayer Leverkusen some more. You know what? All I want is for these players to stay at their clubs, especially Bundesliga players. I want as much as I'd like Upamecano, and I think we need him. I wouldn't mind him staying at Leipzig. Leipzig. I wouldn't mind him. I genuinely wouldn't. For 2 more years, man, if he moved here, I don't care. But if he stays, that's like another 2 more years of the Bundesliga absolutely thrashing all of Europe. This season, the Bundesliga is the best league in the world. Like, it is. Not only is it the most competitive and the most entertaining, we've also dominated Europe. I mean, think about it. We've dominated every single European game, except a few. I think Wolfsburg lost and they're out of the Europa League. But there's still 2 Bundesliga teams left in the Europa League. Frankfurt, I think, is still left. Is Frankfurt still? Yeah, they're still in the Europa League. So you're seeing it. The Bundesliga trumped every team. Why do these English teams why do these English teams buy every Bundesliga's best? Yeah, it's crazy because they say the Bundesliga is a farmers league. At the same time, they buy all the players, so it's kind of contradictory. Martin, is Zuper gonna sign a new contract with Leipzig? Well, that's what Sky is saying, but Bild haven't reported on Upamecano just yet. I don't think he will. I don't know. I'm so confused. So basically, Bild and also L'Equipe said that Bayern agreed the deal with Upamecano, right? The personal terms, and we were now negotiating the release clause of Upamecano, and then Leipzig's director came out and said we won't sell Upamecano for under his value. So either we're trying to sign Upamecano still for under his value, or we'll wait another year. I think we should wait another year. It wouldn't even be a bad idea because we could see exactly where we're at. I think Boateng and Javi Martinez need to leave this summer, and then we'll see. I don't know, but I hope we sign Upamecano this transfer window. But maybe it could be next year. It could be. I'm just saying that. Bild say that. Bild did say Bayern had agreed. They were the ones that said Bayern have agreed a deal. And then a few days later, Sky Sports come out and say Bayern will not sign Upamecano. He'll sign a new contract. Are we gonna buy Ndidi? No, we're not. That was just a dream. It was just a dream thing. Ndidi was just a dream thing. Yeah, there we go. There's Werner. It was just a dream thing. And Bayern is looking for 2 new right backs. I don't think we'll sign 2 new right backs. I think maybe one is like a young kid who's like up and coming. But I feel like we'll sign a good. Pavard is gonna move to the middle to the center back position. We'll see. I don't know how it's gonna look. It doesn't sound very bright. I mean, if the club believed in Pavard so much, why would they start him all this time ahead of Kimmich and put someone else in midfield? Why? I don't know. I don't get it. So we'll see. 2 more likes for 10 likes. That's true. That is definitely true. I'm gonna check Bild right now. See if they brought out anything else. Christian Falk. He's usually good on the news, but he hasn't said anything about Upamecano since his story. He has not said anything about Upamecano for a long time, which is telling me that. So Christian Falk said that Bayern agreed the deal, but there's still things to be with Leipzig. We're negotiating the release clause. Ever since then, he has not put out any other thing about Upamecano. He has not done that. So we'll see. We'll see where Upamecano is by the end of the transfer window. That's usually the most important thing. What would be your perfect market? I think my perfect market, I think we've already signed Leroy Sané. I mean, if our manager is talking to the guy, we're going to sign him. I think, you know what? Bayern are preparing to offer 50 million to City, which is funny because it might actually go through. I think Bild are right. Liverpool don't really need new players though. They already have a decent bench and an exceptional first. They're one of the best clubs in the world, and they also don't spend that much. But think about it. Liverpool only spend money once in a while on a big signing. Who are they needing to be a big signing right now? It was Salah, Van Dijk. I thought Salah cost 45 million, didn't he? And then it was Alisson. Those are like 3 players they bought with big money, all right? And the rest of them, it was just like a nice little, Robertson, and then Trent came through the youth. They don't sign big players. They don't spend 300 million. They haven't bought a player for a long time, since Keita, I think. Liverpool don't spend that much money. I don't think Liverpool are planning to spend that much money. But, okay, what would be my perfect transfer window? I'll answer that now. So, for me, we've already signed Leroy Sané. Hansi Flick's talking to the guy. Leroy Sané is going to have to be a Bayern player. If he's not a Bayern player, we look like a little freaking club. So, Sané for me. Hakimi at right back. I would love Hakimi. If Hakimi came in, I'd be satisfied. I wouldn't even... If just Hakimi came in, I'm playing. But Sané and Hakimi are my top. And then I think, who else would I sign? I don't. And Upamecano, obviously, because we need a center back. If we sold Boateng and Javi Martinez, which is looking likely because there's no things coming out about new contracts. Javi Martinez, there's sources saying he could imagine a move back to Spain, so back to his Athletic Bilbao. So you never know. I think we could end up signing Javi. Boateng might go to China, to be fair. But Hakimi is a bit unrealistic. Well, that's my ideal summer window, my perfect window. I don't think we need anyone else. We only need a winger. I thought we needed two wingers, but I mean, if we don't sell Coman, which I'd love to, I'd just love to tell Kingsley Coman in his face. And obviously, we'd sign Perisic too. I think Perisic for maybe 10 million is not a bad idea. At the beginning, to me, I was like, why don't we just sign a young player who we could play as a winger? You know, we have a few young players in the youth. Why don't we play them? But Perisic has all the experience. He could come off, and he's scored in World Cup semifinals and finals and quarterfinals. Perisic could be a decent player for us. So, I mean, Perisic is going to stay. And there's nothing you and I could do about it. So, Perisic is just going to be there. So, Perisic is, you know, that's 4 players for me. So, Hakimi, Sane, Perisic, you know, and Upamecano. But we don't, if Boateng and Javi Martinez leave, that's when we sign Upa. Or if Pavard moved to center back and we sign 2 right backs. I don't know. It just, there's a lot of things. We have a lot of good problems right now. Like, for example, where's Alaba going to play? Davy, you cannot drop Alphonso Davies. Like, imagine Hansi Flick goes to Davies. Hey, I know you've been playing great for so many months. Let me drop you for Alaba. Nah, you can't drop Alaba either because Alaba's been superb. So we have some very good problems right now. You know, we just have to rotate accordingly, you know. We just have to give substitutions in minutes slowly. Lucas Hernandez is going to have to step up his level, you know, before he's starting for Bayern, man. Because Alaba is not slowing down, nor is Davies. You know, coming back. Even Boateng's been playing well. We've been looking great, man. Okay, Hakimi. Okay, something just tells me Upa's gonna be at Bayern next season. I feel like that too. Bayern forever. Sell Coman. I'm planning on it. Yes, I would sell Coman, and then if I sold Coman, I would bring Perisic in and Sane, and then I'd be looking at a third winger. Maybe I wouldn't even bring in a winger. Maybe then I'd bring Havertz. You know, if we sold Coman for 40 million or even 50 million, I'd be so ecstatic. That's a lot of money for a crap player. You know, he's just, I don't know, man. Coman needs a Pep. He needs to just go to Pep, learn the basics of football, and he won't get as many injuries. Dude, the guy is just, you know, he's not even a bad player. He's just getting 5 billion injuries every time he gets a little bit of form. That's what's wrong with Kingsley Coman. What's going to happen to Fructo? He might go on loan, actually, which is important for him. He needs to go on loan. I think if we're trying to give the... I don't know why the kid never got a loan. He's almost 20 now. As a goalkeeper, yes, that's young. But why don't we just send him out on loan? Like, to maybe... to a club that... I don't know, man. We just do some dumb things. Coman's future, man. Oh, I hope he gets sold. But I think we'll keep him. And eventually... he has to get good at some point. What about Adrian Fane's going to come in next season. Here, and Marco told me he's the Bundesliga 2's best player. I don't watch the Bundesliga 2. I watch the Bundesliga. So I don't know much about it. So it's you know what's weird is that like the lower tier leagues are always more physical and more demanding because it's almost like you're fighting every day just to get promoted. Whereas the bigger tiers, when you're Bayern, you know, it's not as physical because you just have the ball. You just have the ball. So we'll see. Coman is a great dribbler, but you know, and he has the pace to take everyone on, but he just doesn't have the IQ. He suffers from low football IQ syndrome. His decision is poor, and that's the problem. 50 million for a player who's injured most of the season is a great deal. What about Hernandez if Alaba remains a center back? That's what I'm saying. There is so many good problems we have. We have a 70 million World Cup winning, Lucas Hernandez. You know what's funny? Lucas didn't get an injury in the World Cup, so why is he getting them now? I don't know. He's just injured a lot. Who do you think we should sell? I think we should sell Coman, Tolisso, Boateng, Javi Martinez. Those are 4 players, but if you take out Coman, which we won't sell, we're literally going to sell Tolisso, and that's where Adrian Fane can come in, where we sold a key squad player in Tolisso, and we sell Javi Martinez, who's also a midfield squad player, and then we sell Boateng, who's a center back, and then that's where Javi Martinez also plays center back. That's where I buy Upamecano. People seem to forget a lot. Javi Martinez and Boateng have played a lot of games this season, and a lot of minutes. Those minutes could be given to someone like an Upamecano, who, is just going to elevate. We'll see. Bayern won't sell Coman exactly, but, it's a dream. But if we sold Coman, I would get in a Ferran Torres or someone with real tech and decision making. Well, how did we sign Coman? Did we not see that he didn't have football IQ? Maybe we're thinking Pep would turn him into a world beater, but it hasn't happened. And I feel bad for Coman. He's had to work with 5 billion managers, and I hope he does well. You know what? I don't mind him. But on the Lucas Hernandez thing, where is this guy going to play? And it's such a good problem. I believe Martinez, Coco, and Jerome Boateng will leave. They have to leave. These 3 players, Tolisso, as much as the guy just needs to leave for his career. He's already 25. He's about to be in his prime years soon, I hope he goes somewhere where they find a way to appreciate his play style, because we don't. I feel like we signed Tolisso and no one knew what to do with him. Carlo Ancelotti didn't know what to do with him. Niko Kovac didn't know what to do with him. I don't even know what his real position is. I don't know. Can anyone tell me what Tolisso is supposed to be? Is he supposed to be a box-to-box? Because he doesn't really have that box-to-box type of engine to be a box-to-box. I don't know what Tolisso is, man. I'm so confused. I don't know a lot about the guy, Coman was actually amazing. Yeah, he was amazing. But his injuries, yeah, you're right. I don't think his injuries stopped his development, but I just think the change of so many managers might have also helped. His first season was good before, yeah, it was, but I just think that, we've had so many different managers and structures that only Jupp Heynckes made Ian Robben and Ribery some hard-working wingers. They weren't ever that. They were just staying up front most of the times, and, we get countered, they wouldn't care. He made him track back all the way to the freaking touch line, concede corners. That was how, Jupp Heynckes as a manager did. He did it to Coman, He's a business box to box. I don't see it yet. Tolisso wasn't ruined by injuries. Yeah, he was good, but does he fit our system is my question. He doesn't. He hasn't ever really fit. Jupp Heynckes got the best out of every single player that he has. That's what Jupp did so well. He knew how to use every single player. He used Kimmich at right back. He used every single player. Well, when he was the interim for a year, he used Kimmich at right back. Kimmich was scoring against freaking Real Madrid. What a freaking beast. Jupp Heynckes understood where his players, their best positions were. And then we had Niko Kovac, who didn't. I hope Hansi Flick can do the same thing to players, He looks like he will, and he makes these players play their best, Geez. What we need to teach Coman is relaxation, To just, when he's in front of goal, to not panic, just relax. Look at Gnabry. Gnabry's more relaxed in front of goal now. The Chelsea goals, man, those 2 quick goals, the Tottenham goals, the clinicality. That's what I want in my players, man. Pep couldn't convince Coman to defend. This means no one will. No, Pep Guardiola is not some. Coman's actually a hard worker. If you watch us play, the guy actually runs around and presses. If you watch the Chelsea game where he did get an injury, he was running around and pressing and working hard. He's a hard worker, but he's not a smart worker. That's my thing. He's not a smart footballer that much. He needs a brain. I think the problem is with a lot of French players and foreign players, I'd say, not foreign well, German players for me would still be foreign because I'm from America. But if I'm saying foreign, players outside of Germany and outside of different countries, the top, what I don't know what I mean, but what I'm basically trying to say is a lot of these players that are, by foreign, I'm also talking about black players because. He's not only is he French, but he's also from Mali or something like that. No, that's Ousmane Dembele. I don't know where he's from, but they are growing up in environments where it's not cultured. They just have the skills and the talent, but they never get the brain. Mbappe is different though. If you look at Mbappe's history, he's one of those players. But then he also had a very nice childhood, so it's different for each player. Goretzka is a machine when it comes to box to box. I think Goretzka's proven more to me than Tolisso has, not because Tolisso got injured, but Goretzka fits our system more. He fits that kind of runner. He fits it, I don't know. I just think that Tolisso needs to go somewhere else. Not because I don't like the guy. I like the guy. Obviously, I will. But he's just a fun. He looks like a fun guy to be around. But he needs to go somewhere else for the good of his career. That's the most important thing, because you're not gonna love a club more than a career. As much as he's showing pictures with him as in a Bayern shirt. At the end of the day, we need to do what's best for our club, and it's selling him. So Bayern want to sign. I don't understand these signings. If they're for the second team, then great. But I feel like our second team is kind of it stunts the growth of so many players. If you look at it, a lot of our players that have come through our youth system either have done it just by getting through, like Zagzi has a little bit, or Davies has, but a lot of the times they actually need to go on loan. I think we need to keep doing Philipp Lahm stuff. Send him out to Stuttgart. Somewhere good. Freiburg play good football. Send him out on loan. We need to send these kids to different clubs to not only learn the traits, but Chelsea do it. These big Real Madrid send half their squad on loan. This second team stuff for me is in it. Yeah, Lucas Mai is someone that I think is gonna be brilliant, but we need to send it. I haven't seen him play, but I've seen what he's about. I know he's big, physical, 6'3" already, and he's only 19. Send him out on loan, man. Stop putting these kids on Bundesliga 2 matches, because clearly they're not developing. Look at Saprit Singh. He's doing so well in the second Bundesliga. He's played for the first team. He looks bum. He looks average. Either that's, just due to him as a player not being good enough, but I want to see it at a high level. Send him to Bundesliga 2 clubs. Send him like Adrian Fein. We need to send these kids out on loan, man. Adrian Fein has been doing superb. A lot of clubs, he's been doing superb. I think he should come back. The kid is with a billion tattoos, but he's 21 already. Send these kids out on loan, man. Quit messing around with me. Quit messing around. If you're gonna, like Zagzi, for example. As much as I love Zagzi, he hasn't learned. He's not 1,000,000% experienced. He's not Lewandowski, right? Quit acting like he's this Lewandowski. He's not this world-class player. Send the kid out on loan to get some playtime, to get in battles, instead of sitting on the bench doing nothing, and then they can come back and do what they're good at. Two. We do play in the third Bundesliga, but it's clearly not a high level. I'm saying as our team in general, it might be like, he looks like a great player. Third Bundesliga is where Bayern 2 plays, but for me, I just think that we need to loan them out to not only Bundesliga clubs, but Bundesliga 2 clubs. Bundesliga 3 is literally like it's not at the level the second Bundesliga is. It's not the level the first is. I don't think Bayern 2 can ever get promoted to the Bundesliga. That would be funny though. Imagine our second team gets promoted to the Bundesliga. Oh my god, that'd be... that should... Yeah, I know it won't happen, and it's not possible because it's the same team, but... I don't know. I don't even think we should be able to have a team in the third Bundesliga. It looks kind of stupid. They should be in a youth league with like under 23s or something. Which we do have an under 23s, but we just don't we don't send that many players there. We send some 30-year-olds to play for our under 23s. It's very odd. We've had some players that have left. I just want these kids out on loan, man. Adrian he left Bayern 2, joined Freiburg last summer on loan, and he's been superb, or Hamburger last summer on loan, and he's been superb, eating burgers. So send these kids out on loan. Zagzi, for me, like if Zagzi's playing this well, I want to see him go on loan to Freiburg or something, or Hanover. I don't know, somewhere on loan where I can see their real quality. Because when they're playing at Bayern Munich and scoring 1 goal, it's not that cool, because if you think about it, we're Bayern Munich. We create loads of chances. If you're a young player, you love to play for Bayern because you're gonna get the opportunities to score. So I want to see Zagzi in a tough environment like a Hamburg or I don't know, something tough, a Freiburg, even a Stuttgart, or Schalke even. We loan him out to Schalke. It wouldn't be a bad idea. Loan him out to a club with, prestige, a club that is a level below Bayern, and hope they fight their way and get some playtime. But yeah, that's what we need to do. Bright Arambi. This kid looks decent. You know, I've watched him. He looks decent when when we played that friendly in preseason. Well, in this January break, he looks decent in the Christmas break. We need to send these kids out on loan, man. Like Gnabry, Serge Gnabry, you know, came to us. We bought him, and then we sent him out on loan. That's how we need to treat so many things. We need to be sending these players out on loan, man, because that really ultimately shows their quality. We wouldn't have gotten the Gnabry we have now if he hadn't gone on loan and experienced different clubs. I think, well, he went to two different clubs, but you know, Gnabry was on loan at was it Werder? No, we bought him from Werder and then we sent him out on loan to Hoffenheim. Okay, that makes sense. We sent Gnabry out on a year's loan, 1 year loan, and he scored the goals. He was doing it, and that gave us the idea that okay, this is the player. This is how he is. Did Gnabry work on the Nagelsmann? I think he did actually. Yeah, Serge Gnabry did work on the Julian Nagelsmann. So that's something else. You know, when they're working under good coaches, and we know they're good coaches, we'll see. And then now Gnabry is the player he is. He's a world-class player. I mean, the guy is worth 100 million. Come on, man. And we bought him for 10 mil. Was it 15? No, we bought Gnabry for 8 million. And you know what? He wasn't even that proven at Werder Bremen. You know, and we bought him. We bought him a year after he joined Werder. And we knew what he was about, and Werder made a little profit on him. We need to send players. Why would have Zirkzee instead of players like Haaland or Martinelli? We need to be bigger club. We have Zirkzee because he's sick. Have you watched Zirkzee come off the bench and win us 2 games in a row? Zirkzee's on another level. Zirkzee looks like an ice cold player, man. The guy's good. I've watched it. I've not watched him live, but if you watch him in the youth, the guy's on a new level. He has 2 goals from 4 appearances in the Bundesliga. You know, no, actually 3 goals. He has 3 goals in 6 appearances in the Bundesliga. Okay, Zirkzee is he has 3 goals in 3 appearances. That's what it is. Zirkzee's on another level, man. So there's no complaining about Joshua Zirkzee. I think he's a really good player, and we just need to send him out on loan. Like Martinelli is not like on this level that Zirkzee can't reach. Haaland is a good player, but see, that's another thing. Why don't we send Zirkzee on loan to Austria, Salzburg? They're a good team with a good system. Zirkzee could learn a lot in Austria, play like Haaland and score goals, and then come back and and get into the Bayern team. That's what we need to do. You know, Haaland almost went on loan to Salzburg, and then he moved to Dortmund. He's pretty much on loan to Dortmund because another club will just buy him soon. But I don't know, why would he have a 70 million release clause? Actually, Dortmund reportedly paid 20 million for Haaland. You know, that's a bit mad, because they're gonna sell him for at least 70 million, man, which is gonna be crazy. I mean, he's above it. They bought him for 22 million. And he has a 70 million release clause. Dortmund will make money from Haaland. Don't get that twisted. He'll make money from Haaland, but I don't know, man. Haaland's agent is Mino Raiola as well, which is why we won't be signing players like Haaland anytime soon. You will never sign Haaland because his agent is Mino Raiola. So yeah, that's the stream, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I'm enjoying this. Oh man, I'm just waiting for the league to return. So next week, which is hold on, let me finish yawning. Sorry, I apologize. I woke up 2 hours ago. I came too late. Yeah. So next week, apparently the Bundesliga is supposed to hold another meeting to say whether or not we'll return on the week after next week. God, man, we were supposed to return. We were supposed to return this week, but I guess the coming few days they'll be talking about whether or not they're starting the league, when they'll start the league, and the government as well. I think the government will have to weigh in on that. So basically, we'll get a clarified date this week or this new week. So I'm just happy. I mean, that's the best thing that needs to happen. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll be coming out later with a video. I don't know what on yet, but maybe a Premier League related video. I don't know, but usually they come out 2 hours after this stream. But thank you all so much for watching. Mia-san. Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't shout out the channel yet. We are currently Hold on. We're currently at 248 subscribers. Let's try and get that to 250. That's the most important thing. So if you can share the videos, do blah blah blah. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Martin. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Mia san mia and peace.